It's been so fun bringing you guys these sessions from Women in Wealth, and the feedback that we're getting on them is amazing. So we're just going to keep running it back. I sat down at Women in Wealth with one of my dear friends. If you've been following my journey for a little while, I lived with the one and only, the crazy, the amazing, the effervescent, the hilarious Miss Angie Lee for about a year and a half. Oh my gosh, we were like 26 or 27, 28 maybe. And we decided to rent this ridiculously expensive house here in San Diego. I think the rent was like $14,000 a month. It was insane. And we were in like our abundance era where we're like, just go for it. And, it's like do the thing before you're ready. And then your awareness will like stretch into it. And it's so funny because it actually happened. We were living like millionaires before we were millionaires, and we were stretching our faith and our abundance muscle. And you guys, it actually freaking worked. I launched Pause. I think I launched Pause in that house. Yeah, I did. And that business obviously blew up and is continuing to grow year after year. And it was just so fun. And one of the things that her and I really geeked out on when we lived together was community and building a tribe and building connection and really pouring into your people. And I brought her to Women in Wealth to have that conversation of especially now in the age of AI and in the age of just people just craving the real thing, people craving shoulder to shoulder connection, people craving being seen, heard, felt. It's like we want to add human back into the equation of business more so than ever before. And there's you have to build a community in 2020. I mean, you just have to build a community, period. If you are a woman in business who wants to grow, whether you are a coach, whether you are a breathwork facilitator, whatever your thing is that you're doing, it's so important that you cultivate a community around you so that you have this like tribe of people, and then you just keep creating products for people that that they love. And that's the beginning stages of really how to grow a business. And so I think Angie is one of the best creators when it comes to building community. That like she has like a thriving community of people who've been following her and buying from her for absolute years. So I loved the downloads and the nuggets that she brought into Women in Wealth. It was absolutely just incredible. Before we dive in, you guys, I want to let you know that we are enrolling for the Life Mastermind for 2026. If you are a woman in business and you're like, I just want to make my $1 million year. I want to do it in a way that's aligned with my nervous system. I don't want my ambition to override my nervous system. I want to do it in a feminine way. I want to have a simple, predictable business that has high cash flow, where I have a beautiful signature offer and it's aligned with the thing that I want to do in the world. If that is you, then apply, because I am reading every single application I get right now. Go to pausebreathwork.com/mastermind. I'll also put it in the link in the show notes here so you can have easy access to it. But that's pausebreathwork.com/mastermind. If you feel like you'd be a fit for the 2026 cohort, go ahead, apply, book your call with the team. I read every single application that we get to make sure that you feel 100% aligned for this mission and for this mastermind. So pausebreathwork.com/mastermind.
Can't be contained.
And let's welcome the one and only Angie Lee to the stage. Yes,
I just did that breath work. I was feeling so good.
Woo, baby. Woo, baby. Who's excited?
Yeah.
Who's excited for this one?
I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was just doing that breath work back there. I felt so good.
Were you nervous?
I just felt like I was about to just, and I didn't know you were about to call me up.
Can you tell them what you said about our outfits in the back in the green room?
So I'm the hunter and Sam is the animal that I'm hunting. I was like, dude, come on.
I was like, you're not wrong.
I know, right?
I wasn't even planning on putting this on, but there was a part of me that was like, wouldn't it be nice to be comfortable for the rest of the day? And I was like, oh, yes, it would.
It looks so good.
There we go. Dude, I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so proud of you. This is so good.
Thank
You guys, Sam did amazing. Can we give it up for Sam? This is so good.
Thanks, guys.
So fucking good. Am I allowed to swear up here or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I asked Eric. I asked Eric if I could before I got on.
What did he say?
He's like, yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, it
Just
should be
Sam.
fine. It should be good. Eric's like, I don't fucking know.
I was like, thanks, Eric.
Oh my God, Eric, before we were like driving down the other day, and he's like, babe, don't pull me up on stage, please. Like,
The dude panel.
I do that at most events. I'm like, yeah, Eric, welcome to the stage, and no prep. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. It's been such a beautiful, wild journey watching your journey. I remember I have this distinct moment of still living in Vancouver. I think I just quit the restaurant when I was first starting Hungry for Happiness. And one of my friends calls me and she's like, hey, there's this girl that I'm like friends with, and like I think that you guys should connect, and like I think that you'd be able to like help her a little bit with like her business. I think you guys would also be friends. And I remember having a conversation with you and just chatting to you on the phone and us just like connecting. And then fast forward 3 years, we lived together for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Something like
almost
that,
like 2
right?
years.
Which was like some of the best days of our lives. I don't know. We were
Those
so audacious.
Pre-men days.
We
Just
were
kidding, we
single,
love you.
We were on our rise. We were spending $14,000 a month in rent. We were thinking that we were flying high. Like, it was a little crazy. Like,
It was
crazy. But we were having the greatest time ever. And then we had to manifest these two rocks, which is Clay and Eric, to like ground our shit, because we were flying high, you know? We were flying high, living that single.
And we were with some toads before that,
We were
you know?
with some toads before that.
Some real not winners, let me just say. That I'm really glad we didn't end up with. So thank God, thank baby Jesus for Eric and Clay. Amen. You guys, I can still remember the day that I went on the date with who I'm with now, Clay. And before I left the door, got out the door, she was like, have fun on the last first date of your life.
Yeah, I wasn't wrong.
I was like, shit. You were not wrong. Sam is never wrong.
Okay, let's talk about cults.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Let's get into it.
Angie has built a tribe of buyers. Angie Lee has a literal, like, I say cult following, but it's like just such a loyal following of people who've been following her for years, buying, like, whatever you tell your audience to do, they're like, okay, I'm going to do that. Like, they're so loyal to you. You've built so much equity with your audience. She's truly built a community. Talk about personal branding at its finest, right? No matter what this chick is selling, people are buying it. That's personal branding, right? And so I would love for you to share a little bit about the how behind that. Like, there must be some sort of psychology or how or framework around that of like, how have you been able to do that year after year after year after year without fail?
It's interesting because you remember, even when I was starting, my intention, I didn't go in with that intention, like, hey, I'm going to build a cult-like following. I think it's been a recipe of a few things. Now that I've actually started to study it and break it down, I'm like, how was I able to do this? How was I able to get to the point where I feel like no matter what I'm doing or how I'm pivoting, I can take them along the journey with me? I think number one is I became obsessed with transparency right away and being just insanely authentic, which I know you guys have heard that word so many times. You're like, authenticity. It's like, who the fuck cares? It's like, be your authentic self. It's like, okay, thanks, Carol. This was a great ebook.
What accent is that?
Like, I mean, every basic bitch on the internet right now, dude, come on, you know. So, love ya. So it's. I think for me though, like I was really thinking about that. Like, what is the actual formula to this? So number one, I didn't try to do it like anybody else. And when we were coming up in the online marketing space, I remember that the cool thing to do was on Facebook Lives. That's where we would sell a lot.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's where we both started. Facebook Live.
We were machines. We did like 4 a day.
It was insane. Like, what were we doing?
I don't know. We didn't have
I
lives.
think it worked.
And so I remember at the time, a lot of women, we were like I almost felt like I had to be a news reporter on these Facebook Lives. I had to be somebody that I wasn't and be super polished. And I remember I would hire a hair and makeup artist to come over to do my lives for a Facebook, like to get me ready for my lives, which is absolute insanity. I was like paying this girl $200, like get on like it's so stupid. Because now looking back, I'm like, what was I doing? Because I thought I had to fit into this mold. And do you guys remember the days where the cool thing to do when you were selling your product too is like you would take this cheesy photo like of you next to a tree, it looked like you were going to prom or something. It was super professional looking, and I just always felt like this isn't me. And even on stage, you know, I there's nothing I love more than when you guys had your panel with Jen, Cynthia, and Anna.
Yeah.
When they got off stage, I said to Sam, I love this panel because every single one of those girls was so different in their brand, their vibe, how they dressed, but it was so fucking good. They all were just, amazing. And so the same thing that I feel like I've really mastered is I'm not trying to be anybody else. Mm-hmm. And that's really hard to do. It's really hard when you're scrolling and you're comparing. And I remember early on, I made a decision. I was like, listen, I didn't sign up to be an actress. I signed up to share my life and to be who I am. And if that's not enough, I'm going to go work at State Farm, you know that's my backup plan. And so I kind of from the beginning was like, fuck it. If I can't just be totally myself on the internet and share everything from what I'm going through with business, ups and downs, I've shared breakups, I've shared hemorrhoids. You ask me it, I'll tell you it. I don't care. Bunions, click here, buy the bunion cream. Like I sell it all. And so I knew early on, I was like, hey, if I'm going to be in this for the long run, the only way for this to be sustainable is if I am 100% congruent with who I am. And a lot of people will ask the question, how are you able to show up as yourself or be so consistent or create this much content? And what I learned early on is if I am exactly who I am offline, online, I save myself so much energy because I'm not putting on this show like, hey guys, like this is me, this is who I am. And so even before I present myself online, I just ground myself into, wait, how would you actually say this? How would you say it if you were FaceTiming a friend when I'm on stories? I don't try to put on a persona. So I feel like that's really helped. That's been one of the things that's been really, really helpful for me. Another one is storytelling, especially going into 2026. You guys, I don't care if you're selling butt cream, courses, you got a book, a podcast, whatever the hell it is you want to do, you have to master the art of storytelling and taking people along the journey. That is going to be one of the biggest things that's helping brands. And even with Soul's in your goodie bags, it's the sleepy drink, that's my brand. We're having meetings now of like, how do we infuse even more storytelling into this physical product? Because people buy things when they have fallen in love with the person and the story. So early on, I started studying books about storytelling. How do I take people along journeys and make them feel like they're part of this? And it's not just the, hey, watch me, but how can they be the hero and how can they be part of this too?
Yeah.
Also, early on, I learned about culture building and I named my tribe. They're called the Baby Grandmas, and the Baby Grandmas, and it was one of my ways to bring everyone together under a common identity and a common theme. And if you read any books on culture building, cult building, not that like you guys are like reading those books, but you know what I mean. They talk about like name the tribe, name the community. Taylor Swift has the Swifties. Justin Bieber has, we got a believer here. Got the believers.
We have one in the house.
What? Come on, guys. Why do we have one believer here? So early on, I was like, I want to name my community something, but I didn't force it. And I allowed it to come to me. And when I was in my college dorm room, when I started my blog at 19, my roommate came in one day and was like, dude, you don't party. All you want to do is write on your blog and study digital marketing. That's not even going to be a thing one day. And she was like, it's kind of like you're a baby and a grandma. And I was like, oh, it's like I'm a baby grandma. And then it kind of just blew up and became the name of my tribe and a merch line and everything. And so I let it kind of come to me and make it feel really authentic. But I was thinking that those are three things that I really mastered was like really, really doubling down on how do I be so much of who I am offline, online, a lot of storytelling and mastering that. And then also naming the tribe and community and also really, really giving a shit. And you're really good at this too, where I respond to almost every single DM. And if I get to the point where I can't, I'm going to hire someone to help with that because I must have the means then to do that, or I'm going to outsource something else so I still have the time to be the community leader. I genuinely love community building. It's like my favorite thing to do. It's so fun. And so still to this day, I try to make sure I'm not missing one, which sounds kind of like a psychopath, but it's how you build community.
Gary Vee did it, right?
Yeah, you have to be obsessed. You have to be a little crazy.
In 2015, I went to an event called Amplify. It was in Vegas, and I remember Gary Vee saying like he responds to every tweet, he answers every DM. He's like, that's how you build relationships. That's how you connect with people. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And it's very interesting. It's like someone will send me a DM. They're like, oh my gosh, I love like this track on your app. I had this breakthrough. And I was like, oh my gosh, tell me more. And they're like, da 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 da, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden that person becomes a client because they're doing the breathwork facilitator program. Why? Because it was a relationship. Taking the time to actually connect heart to heart, right? Anna said that. It's not B2B, it's not B2C. It's human to human or heart to heart, right? And when we can connect with someone's heart and there's this real connection of like, I see you, I love you, I want the best for you, people feel that. And in the world where we're in a trust economy, right? So trust is going down right now because there's so much bullshit. So when you actually do care and you actually do love and you actually use love as your greatest marketing strategy, people really feel that, because it's unfortunately rare in the marketplace. But when you embody it and you feel it, dang, it's spitfire.
Well, I know that was the hot thing for a while, is everyone was like, don't answer your DMs, outsource your DMs, outsource. And I was like, yeah, for sure. But if this is the job I want to be in for a while, and I am essentially the leader of this community, it's got to be me for as long as I can do it. And if I'm at the point where I can't, man, I must have made enough money where I could then bring in support and train her and do that. And I've done that a few times, and it goes okay, but it always comes back to me being like, wait, I like that. I love that. And I'd rather have other things outsourced in my life where I can save the time so I can sit on the toilet and do that.
Dude, this was a huge, no.
Guys, so if I respond to you, I'm in the bathtub naked or I'm on the toilet. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Or in the sauna.
I FaceTimed one of my friends the other day, and she answered, and she's like, I'm just taking a shit. Can I call you back? I'm like, why did you just answer that?
I'm surprised I've never done that to you.
I know. 'Cause you never answer your phone.
I know. I don't answer. Just text me, guys.
Well, and I'm the opposite. Don't text me. It'll end up in a black hole. Just call me.
I got to start calling you.
Pick up. It's funny. That's like my... But going back to that about not outsourcing the things in your business that actually bring you joy. This was a big lesson for me, is stay close to the things that really, really bring you joy in your business. Like a lot of people have asked me, why do you still do the delivery of the Pause Breathwork certification and the somatic coaching program? Why are you still in there? Why do you still show up live every single week, multiple times a week? Like, I don't know anyone who shows up live in their communities more than me. I don't. I show up live hours a week for my community. I love that shit. Like, do you know, like after I finish a session, whether it's the Pause Breathwork, somatic coaching, or the Life Mastermind, I am a better person after that. I just love it. Do you know?
I love that about you. I love that you're still in it. You want to be in it.
But like, stay close to the things. Only do the things that light you up and bring you joy, and don't outsource it because, Bob the Builder told you to outsource it.
But I feel like a lot of people get depressed then when they get to the point where the whole thing is just automated, and it's like, cool, what did you build?
That's true.
You basically just built it's just numbers.
When I started to go in that direction, I was just like, I don't like this.
I remember that
I said to Eric, I was like, I might as well be selling tires. Like, I started this because I love breathwork and I love helping people. Like, if I want to create a business that I'm going to be totally absent from, then I might as well open up some laundromats. And I actually might do that one day because that's a really good business model. But like for this one, I want to be as close to the energy and the zhuzh as I possibly can.
I'm envisioning also putting laundromats.
No, seriously, laundromats.
I'm like, how the fuck do I use the dryer?
Storage units. You guys, this is like reoccurring revenue, low maintenance, easy peasy, boring businesses. Like, I'm going to do this, okay?
I know. I get hit with those Cody Sanchez ads and I'm like, God, I have to open a laundromat now.
Cody, we love you.
Yeah, no, she's cool as shit. But I'm also like, I'm scrolling. I'll be like, oh, I got to open a laundromat? Like, dude, I could care less about a laundromat. But I'm like, okay, I got to do it though. Equity, whatever, So one day I'm going to open one though. I'm going to take the Soul Sale money and just put it into laundromats.
You would suck at that.
I would 100% suck at that. That's what I love about Sam. She always lets me know also what I suck at. She's like, this is what you're great at, this is what you suck at.
You gotta keep it real with your friends.
No, you do.
You know what I mean? You gotta tell them where their blind spots are.
Oh my God, I love it.
So when you were building Soul, and which has gone on to be probably one of the more successful businesses worldwide when it comes to CBD and THC, right?
Yeah, I would hope. Yeah, definitely one of the top ones.
It's just like absolutely blown up. How have you been able to create the same thing with your personal brand as in Soul? Like, could you do that cult following in Soul?
Yeah, what's so interesting is we've been on so many calls lately with Soul because we're trying to figure out the exit, and that's very exciting, but also very stressful. And it's so crazy how it's always coming back to personal brand. Dude, like, I feel like I'm just talking to Sam right now, and you guys are just listening. I'm like, dude,
I gotta tell you,
it's about the brand. But like, so we had this consulting guy come in, and he was like, I just think anybody here want to start a physical product brand? Raise your hand.
That's a good question.
Good. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's too stressful. Save yourself. Don't do it.
That's the second time Lori said that too.
You'll need lots of breath work. So good for Sam's business. But it was crazy how it really came back to, I think my brother and I have talked about this a lot. So I own Soul with my brother, and I believe the reason that we really blew up, especially in the beginning, is because we were one of the only ones to really say, hey, we're brother, sister founders. We're a family business. Mike was dealing with anxiety or pain as a professional athlete. I was dealing with anxiety and crazy PMS that I wanted to figure out naturally. And we doubled down on that story in so many videos and so many interviews, so many things. And that really separated us from just people who were just like, hey, buy my shit because it's organic. People don't really care that the cannabis is organic. They want to know who's behind it. Why did you do it? And so even now it's crazy. Going into 2026, I'm noticing this trend of, it's already, of course, always been the personal brand, but now with AI out, it's going to be even bigger that you just have to double down on that. And had a consultant come in and we were on a Zoom and he was like, listen, for you to, what they want to buy when they buy this, they want to buy the baby grandmas. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm on this like serious business call, like taking notes. And I'm like, okay, ROI, ROAS, you know? I'm like, and then he's like,
Did you know what those words mean?
yeah, but I was like getting a headache, you know? And I'm like, let's get to something exciting here. But I'm sitting there and I'm listening. And then he's like, they want the baby grandmas. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, do you understand in order, like the reason that this thing will sell when you sell a company of essentially like a deck that you're selling them, that's like, hey, this is who we are. Everything from numbers to the story of it. He's like, the way that you guys are going to stand out is story. The way you're going to stand out is by the hard work you put in for 10, 14 years, building this engaged community of women. And that's what you're going to sell because that's what they want. They want that. And I was like, wow, I wish more people understood really how important it is to build community first and then do a physical product. Don't just pull some product idea out of your butt and say, oh, well, people will buy it. I'll just run ads to it. Yeah, but like Meta's changing, you guys. Like, it's so different. The game is so different now. Not that it can't work, but it's just different, especially if you're in something like that. We're in a black hat industry, unfortunately, with legalities and stuff. But I just remember being like, damn, like it always comes back to the community you built. Because like you said yesterday, because then you had the optionality to do whatever you want. You can, I mean, if you build a community, then you can do physical products. You can do digital products. You can do events. You can do whatever.
Yeah, like these guys would all use my laundromat, right, guys?
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Quick little pause here because I need to let you in on something that has honestly changed how I run my business. It was so overwhelming. We had so many different tools, emails, funnels, scheduling things, pipelines, payments. It was honestly such a mess. And then I discovered Go High Level. It's literally an all-in-one platform where I can run my entire business under one roof. You guys, it feels so good to go into one platform and see all of our dashboards, the money that we make, the clients that came in, where everybody is. It is so clean and so easy. The automated follow-ups are amazing. The landing pages are amazing. You can even run your memberships and online programs on Go High Level. It's honestly freaking awesome. It doesn't just save me money. It has given me back my sanity in my business because I have complete clarity and confidence where everything is. So if you've been looking for a way to streamline your business, to scale faster, to remove the headaches of like tech and all of that complication and just get back to doing what you freaking love, I have partnered with Go High Level to give you guys a 30-day experience so you can test drive it yourself, see how you love it. Just head on over to pausebreathwork.com/high level. That's pausebreathwork.com/high level. I will also put the link to the free trial in the show notes. And seriously, once you see how powerful this is, you're going to wonder how you freaking ran your business without it. So go to pausebreathwork.com/high level.
Okay, so
But yeah,
so when it comes to building a community and like the elements of building a strong community, there's naming the community of like the baby grandmas or whatever. And then there's the story. What kind of stories do you tell on a daily basis in your blogs, in your podcasts, in your social media to cultivate that community? Because people need to hear the story and go, I am like that. That is, we are the same. So what type of stories to create that culture? Because I totally agree with you. Creating a community is absolutely everything. It's absolutely everything. It's absolutely everything. So
It takes time and work though. Like play the long game. And I know that's not the fun, sexy answer, but I remember we would talk about this all the time. We lived together. I'm like, dude, we have to play the long game because it's so easy just to like make some fast cash now online with all the new ways to make online money now. But if you build a community, then you have this longevity where you could do whatever the hell you want. If you just stay consistent now for, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and it doesn't have to be that long, but if you stay consistent even 1 to 3 years and double down on that, and then you can wake up one day and be like, wow, what do I actually want to sell these people, you know? But for storytelling, obviously, you have case stories. I call them case stories, which is essentially testimonials. So you're sharing the transformation that people have had from working with you, whatever it is you're selling. But more than that, I mean, we can call it an authority story. We can call it you establishing credibility. Those are great. I feel like that's very like the sales page stories. Like, I'm Sarah and I've helped blah, blah, blah people transform their life. And those are great. But what I am really fascinated with right now in social is the micro stories. And those are your daily little stories that you take people through. And it can be something as simple as literally a conversation you had while you were at the DMV, like the most boring, silly, stupid thing in the world. You're like, oh my God, what am I doing here? And there's some sort of lesson from that you figure out how to bridge it back to your offer. I truly believe that the mundane moments in life, you can take it and put in a little blender and then connect it to your offer. And because most of life, you guys, is the mundane, basic moments, doing our laundry, farting around, it's not like these glamorous high dopamine moments all the time. And so this is really good to do literally on IG stories or any platform that you're on, but say, okay, today was boring or didn't look like something fancy to share, but there's magic in that. And there's gold in that. You're really good at this on stories, but you'll have like a little funny interaction or something happen. And it's like, wait, how can I somehow have a lesson come out of that then somehow connects back to my offer? So I would be like, hey guys, I went through this today and but it's crazy. And then somehow like a fucking magician be like, so that's why you should buy my course. And I just became really good at recycling that because it's also genuine. It's like, that's life. It's like, it doesn't have to just be like, hey, I'm this amazing speaker, 9-figure, 10-figure earner, blah, blah, blah. Like people, those are cool. Those are your credibility stories. But you got to have the daily stuff that then takes people through getting to know you.
The word mundane because it is mundane, but people don't care. They just want to hear stories. It's so interesting when I am sitting in an audience and there's a speaker on stage telling a story. And because I'm a speaker, I sort of like psychoanalyze what they're doing so that I could be better. And I'm there and I'm so entertained and I'm so on the edge of my seat and I'm like so into their story. But then when I really break it down, I'm like, that dude just told a story about how he got in a car and dropped his keys and then picked up his kid and went home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm serious about that. Like, but the way that he told it and the emotion he added in and everything, it made it so magnetic. And I'm like, I want to be in that car. I want to know your family and kid. And I want to understand that. You know what I mean? Like it's taking those mundane moments. And I can't even tell you guys how, whenever like, I can see it on Instagram. Whenever I tell a story on Instagram of just like something silly that happened or something ridiculous, or when it comes to storytelling, there's like status in storytelling, right? So there's like high status where like you're the type of storyteller where like you want to have high status with your audience. I'm not like that. I always like throwing myself under the bus. Like whenever I do something silly or stupid, I'm like, oh my God, you guys, I had one of those moments again. This is what I did. Because that's just me and that's just authentic and that's how I am in real life. And so I love having that relationship with you guys too. So whenever I tell those stories of just like the silly shit that I do, the amount of interactions and DMs that I get are insane, and those interactions and DMs then lead to sales somehow, some way, all because I told a silly story. Like, you know that silly story that I told the other day? I don't know if you guys watched it, but the story of me at the gym on the hip thruster. Did anyone see that? Okay, so for those of you who didn't, I'm just gonna quickly.
I love her laugh.
Yeah, Kimbo. I'm gonna quickly tell this story. So there I am at the gym, and let me just set the scene. I'm on the hip thruster. Okay, you guys know what that is? Like the like, yeah? You got that on video, right?
You got that on video? That's a great clip.
And then beside me is this chick, and she's on like the leg press, yeah? She's lying down, okay? You go to my gym, you know what I'm talking about, right? So on the back of the leg press, there's the rack to re-rack the stuff, okay? So I finished my set on the hip thrusters, and I have a 45 pound, and then another 45 pound, and another 45 pound.
Beast.
Oh, I know. See that ass?
Yeah, I saw that ass.
Squats and steak, baby. So anyway, I like finished my set, and I got my headphones on, and I'm like pulling my weight off, and I'm re-racking it, and I pull the other one off, and I re-rack it, and the girl who's on the leg press beside me, because the rack is on the back end of the leg press, she just looks at me and she like takes her, she like does this with her ears to tell me to take off my thing. And I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, this is really heavy. And I'm like, babe, I'm like, you got this. No, seriously, you got this. She's like, I don't think I can do this. I'm like, honestly, you can. Like, you really can. And I turn around and I grab the other 45 pound weight and I put it on. And she's like, I was putting my weight on her squat rack the whole time. And she kept going. She was like, oh my God, this is really
Oh my
heavy.
God.
And I'm like, you got it, you got it.
I love
Me
this.
not knowing that I was doing that the whole time. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I can't believe that.
Dude, that's so
Oh
good.
my gosh. And then she turns to me, she goes, I never knew I could do that much.
Oh, that's so sweet though.
I know. I was like, I love you. Like, I don't even know who you are, but you are everything that's right in the world, you know? So, anyway.
You should have invited her. Did you tell them yet about the story of the
I told them earlier.
Okay,
yeah,
good,
I know.
good,
So
good.
funny, right?
The lady at the nail salon? Yeah.
The lady at the nail salon, there she is. And so I put that on my Instagram story. You guys, I was flooded with DMs around that. And it was so crazy because that little cute, funny story at the gym on a Tuesday morning led to 50 conversations in my DMs with people that I didn't know that I now have the opportunity to connect to because I took the people who watch my stories that I have no idea who they are, and they came one step closer to me because I shared a story that resonated with them, and they're like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And that's how we do it. And when you do that over and over and over again, every single day, sharing stories that are fun and cute and exciting and just like mundane but silly but fun but whatever, it's you build relationships, and all businesses is relationships, and that's why you've been able to build a tribe of buyers that consistently buy from you no matter what the heck you're selling, because you've taken the time to build relationships. You have so much equity in that.
Yeah, it's like social equity.
Social equity, relational equity.
I think you genuinely have to enjoy it though. You know what I mean? I think you have to genuinely enjoy culture building, like and building community almost. So I don't know if it's for everyone. Sometimes I think about that now. I'm like, is that in everyone? I do think people can get better at it, but I think you generally have to get excited about, wait, like, who's this girl? Oh, I wonder what's her story? What's her thing?
But
how can I help
people
her?
don't like it. Like, business is people at the end of the
business is
day.
people.
So it's like, if you want to be in business, you have to be good at people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just do.
Do you guys agree with that? Like, you got to, if you don't like it or it's uncomfortable, I think you just have to learn it if you want to play the game.
Yeah.
If not, you can work at State Farm Insurance and be behind a computer and not play the game of business. But I don't think that's what we're all doing, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like it's, I think a decision I made too is, I feel like you're so good at this, it's again, going back to the congruency. Like energy for you is so huge too. That's like one of your biggest values is having energy. And we would always talk about this because I mean, I think Sam is one of like the best energies ever. Like you were living together, dude, she got every day she woke up just like ready to crush the day. Just like, I'm like, bitch, calm down. I just woke up. It'd be 6 a.m. and this girl's like doing her priming shit in the backyard and channeling and kundalini or whatever the fuck. And I was like, oh my God, this girl's amazing. This girl is like gonna win life. Like she is set up for success. Like if I have a daughter one day, seriously, like I want her to be like Sam. Like you're just the tits. She's so great. Guys, she's so great. But I'm a morning person, but I wasn't like that. Like, she's got her systems and her stuff, and she doesn't, you know? And so where was I going with this? Anyways, she just crushes life by like 7 a.m., okay? And I'm like, waking up. She'd be singing in the shower, taking a cold shower to get her dopamine up. Remember that? You would take cold showers.
We didn't have a cold plunge at that time.
So where was going with this? Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
energy. What will save you a lot of energy is be who you are in this room, or who you are when you talk to one of your best girlfriends. Be in that energy when you pull out your phone and you talk to your camera on stories. Don't put on the voice that I think Krista was mentioning yesterday, the reporter voice, I call it. Of like, hey guys.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy my stuff?
Yeah.
It's like very hi, fake.
Yeah.
Just be you.
It's so true.
But it's scary though, because I made a decision early on that came with some bullshit too, right? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like you swear. I don't like that you make butthole jokes. But I had to make the decision. I know that the girls who get me will get me, and the ones who don't, that's okay. Like that's cool. But like if you're trying to make everybody happy on the internet, it's going to be a really, really hard journey.
And you have to be okay with people not liking you guys.
You have to be okay with being canceled.
Have the courage to be disliked.
Yeah.
Have the courage to be disliked.
Absolutely.
Truly. I think I liked the idea of the courage to be disliked, but then when 2020 happened, and
we're
I
going there.
started to say some things on the internet about some things, and then a lot of people didn't agree with me. I really got to practice the courage of not being liked, and it was actually really painful and beautiful at the same time because I was like, oh, I still have a people pleaser in there. I didn't realize that she was in there.
Yeah.
I really didn't. Like before I got schmantled, not canceled, people are just mad, whatever. It was a funny joke. I would say it again.
I loved it.
I mean, so did I.
Dude.
I mean, it was actually Jenny's fault. She sent me the meme. I just reposted it, you know?
It was great. Listen, I don't give a fuck. It was great. But no, seriously, that's real. That really, both of us going through that and like being there for each other during those times. At the time, it was not funny, right? I was like, oof.
Yeah.
But now it's hysterical, and I wish I could go back in time and just be like, why did I even care? But I do think that in that came so much. Like once you've been to the worst, you're like, oh, I'm alive. It's like I'm fine. I'm good. And there's billions of users on the internet. So if 100 girls hate me, cool. There's another 100 in line who are ready to sign up.
100%.
You have to have such an abundant mindset around the game that you're playing. And I don't know anybody cool who has not at least one like troll or hater.
This is true.
Right?
Like how many of us have get to increase our capacity for not being liked?
Yeah.
Right?
It's so hard though, right?
Yeah. Like
But we gotta do
that
it.
was a very defining moment for me. It really was. And I got to really trust that my vibe attracts my tribe. And when I speak my truth, I'm going to attract more people in my world who see the world in a very similar way and take life lightly like I do. And losing 5,000 followers in 7 minutes felt a little annoying and a little frustrating. And also I was like, oh, if you don't like me now, you would hate me if we work together because I'm just myself and just like this all the time.
I love it.
So you are weeding out people who would never be a fit for you anyways.
Yeah.
And what's interesting, you guys, this is really interesting, is the more you're just committed to yourself and your vibration and who you are and your authenticity and you say the thing, the people who used to not like you will come back in your world. It is actually
That's always
crazy,
the funniest.
right?
Yeah.
It's always the funniest. Like people would be like, even now,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I was mad at that funny joke that you said, but I'm back.
That's always the best. They're like, hey girl. I'm like, okay. I remember you, Sandra. You were a bitch. They're like, hey girl, can I have 50% off your gummies? I'm like, are you fucking serious? They're dead serious. And I give it to them because I'm like, let's go. Like, who cares? Like, I want to be the bigger, like, I'm like,
your
yeah,
heart open
here's the
and
50% off
it's
code.
like,
Go buy my gummies.
Invite them with love and dismiss them with love. Just like let it be loving both ways.
Maybe let's show them the physical, what it looks like.
This is
Because
what
you're
it
very
looks like.
physical. Yeah.
This is what the courage to be is like. Look,
Okay, that's what it looks like, guys. It's like wormy. It's squirmy.
Squirmy. It's everything.
Yeah,
It's sweaty.
it's flowy.
It's cute. It's all the things.
Well, I'm glad you brought this up because when it comes to content creation, I think what's not talked about enough is it's just like, post it, girl, be consistent, girl. But I think what's missing a little bit is the conversation around central nervous systems, which you're like the queen of this. We're not meant to talk to this many people a day on a mass platform. Nobody's meant to have thousands of people know what they're doing every day. This isn't normal. If we go back to hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago, we like lived in these little huts and knew like 2 people, you know? Like you knew your little family. Like our mammal brain is still like very, very scared to be that seen. And so something I've been thinking of a lot of you guys can utilize breathwork literally before you post a video. Like literally getting into your body and saying, you know what? No matter what kind of response this gets, whether it's awesome, whether it sucks, whether I get a mean comment, I'm good because I like me and I'm so good with me. Mm-hmm. But I think that takes time to get to that place where like you, and I feel like you're there now, we're both there now, especially in our mid 30s. But when we met, we were like still in our mid 30s.
21, what are you talking about?
19. But when we were in our, mid 20s, it was harder then. Now it's like when people are like, oh my God, how did you post that and say that? Are you scared? I'm like, no, because I'm good with me.
Yeah.
Like I like me. I'm going to go to sleep tonight. Fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I know that my close girlfriends understand the humor or they get it. And when, especially creating comedy content, it's my favorite thing to do in the world and I love it. And it's such a gift that I want to keep sharing. That takes a level of boldness that I either am signing up for or I'm not. Mm-hmm. And like you either get the joke or you don't, and that's okay. Yeah. And I've had to realize like, damn, I really have to like do some breath work before I post.
Yeah. And
stuff.
we have to realize that people's projections onto us have nothing to do with them. It's actually their own perception. It's their own lens. They are viewing you through a past memory and projecting something onto you. They do not have a clear view of you. We have to get with that.
Yeah.
We have to get with that. So then it allows the people pleasing to just be a little bit like, okay, I love you. Like I get it. I get messages of people that don't like me and I'm like, I love you. I don't care. But I think it comes down to just like being good with ourselves, you know? Like I'm good with me. I like me. I like being me. I like fucking around. I like saying silly things. I like joking. I like pushing the edges. I love that. I love that about myself, and I'm never gonna stop that. And just because you're mad at me doesn't mean I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna do it even more. Actually, now that you're mad at me.
Yeah. It starts to go the other way.
Did you guys just see my inner rebel come out in that moment? No. Oh yeah, you don't like this? You don't like this?
No, it's a regulated nervous system for sure. Like I'm in that right now of wanting to like create even more comedy content. I'm like, oh wow. Like the greatest comedians in the world, like they have really regulated their nervous systems a lot.
It's everything.
It's not, oh, I just don't care. No, they do care. It's just they know that they can take whatever the response is.
Yeah, and as business owners, my friend Stacey Gray says our nervous system is our original operating system. It's our original operating system. So when our nervous system is good, the more self-love we have, the less fucks we give.
Yeah.
And as a content creator and as a business owner, this is so key. This is so key, and you've done such an incredible job at it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
So good, dude. I can't. That flew by. We have 3 minutes left.
Should I tell them the quick story about the psychic lady?
Yeah, tell them that story.
Let me just tell you guys why women in wealth is just so on brand for Samantha Skelly. So 2 years ago, she's over at my house in Austin. She's like, dude, you gotta talk to this psychic lady. She is like a whatever shamanic chakra, Akashic, whatever reader. She'll open your portals. And I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm into weird shit. Whatever. I think there's a little bit of truth in everything, right? So I was like, why not? Let's have a good time. So she's like, dude, hire this lady. I'm like, okay. So she does her call first. It's like $500. So I'm like, this better be like kind of good, you know? Sam does her call. She comes out. I'm like, what did she say? She's like, dude, she told me like, I guess the woman was like, Sam, you're never going to have to worry about money. Like wealth and abundance and money are always going to come to you. Money is never going to be an issue in your life. Oh, so much success and money is coming your way. Oh, you're going to just be loaded your whole life, right? I'm like, oh my God, awesome, dude. That's so good. I'm like, okay, I got to go take my call. So I go in the room. Yeah, you know where this is going. I'm like so excited. I'm like, okay. I'm like, this lady is like so sweet. And this like beautiful lady shows up on Zoom. She's like, hello, Angela. And I'm like, she's like, greetings. I'm like, okay. I'm ready. Good. And then we go through the whole call. We're almost at 60 minutes. I'm like, she hasn't told me yet. I'm going to be rich. Like, what's going on? She goes, yeah, so pretty much what I'm seeing here is, she's like looking at these cards, I guess, or whatever the hell she was looking at down on the screen. She's like, you're just going to have a really fun life. Yeah. It's going to be really fun. And I'm like, waiting. I'm like, and rich? Nope. And I get off the call and Sam's like, so what'd she say to you? I was like, dude, of course. You're going to be rich. I'm going to be broke, but I'm going to have fun. And it was just like such a good story. And this morning I was on a walk and I was like dying laughing because I was like, oh my God, that story. But this is why this is meant for Sam. Just kidding. I also love money and I'm wealthy, but I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, hilarious that she tuned in and she just knew this is you.
It was so funny. That was like one of my favorite moments. I was just on the floor rolling. She was like, you're just going to have a lot of fun in life.
She's like, I just see.
But even though it's not in your cards, you've still been able to manifest millions of dollars. So
yes,
I think you're doing okay.
Because you know what? I decided that day, free will. I said, fuck this bitch, okay? This shamanic whatever lady, I'm gonna still make money. So that is my motivational message for you guys tonight.
Give it up for Angie.
You can still be rich.
Give it up for Angie Lee.